A full history of the United Kingdom, from its origins to today. Ancient Britain, prehistoric era, 43 AD. The earliest inhabitants of Britain were hunter-gatherers who arrived after the last ice age, around 10,000 BC. Around 4000 BC, Neolithic settlers introduced farming. The Celts arrived around 500 BC, bringing their language and culture. Stonehenge and other megalithic monuments were built during this time. Roman Britain, 43 AD to 410 AD. The Romans invaded Britain in 43 AD and established control over much of the island. Cities like Londinium, London, and Ebracum, York were founded. The Romans brought roads, infrastructure, and Latin culture but never fully conquered Scotland. In 410 AD, Roman legions withdrew due to troubles in the empire. Anglo-Saxon and Viking invasions, 410 to 1066. After the Romans left, Anglo-Saxon tribes from Germany and Denmark, Angles, Saxons, and Jutes invaded and settled. The Vikings raided and later settled in parts of England, 9th to 11th centuries. Alfred the Great, 871 to 899, successfully defended against Viking invasions. England became more unified under Saxon kings. The Norman Conquest, 1066. William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, invaded England and defeated King Harold at the Battle of Hastings. The Normans introduced feudalism, castles, and new governance systems. French influence shaped the English language and aristocracy. Medieval Britain, 1066 to 1485. The Magna Carta, 1215, limited the power of the monarchy and established early parliamentary principles. The Hundred Years' War 1337-1453 against France weakened England but strengthened national identity. The Black Death, 1347 to 1351, killed about one-third of the population. The Wars of the Roses, 1455 to 1487, ended with Henry Tudor, Henry VII, establishing the Tudor dynasty. The Tudor and Stuart era, 1485 to 1714. Henry VIII, 1509 to 1547, broke away from the Catholic Church and created the Church of England. Elizabeth I, 1558 to 1603, established England as a dominant naval power, defeating the Spanish Armada, 1588. The first British colonies were established in North America and the Caribbean. The English Civil War, 1642 to 1651, led to the execution of King Charles I and Oliver Cromwell's rule. The Glorious Revolution, 1688, established constitutional monarchy with William III and Mary II. The British Empire, 1714 to 1914, Britain became a major global power, expanding its empire across Africa, India, the Americas, and Australia. The Industrial Revolution, 18th to 19th centuries, transformed Britain into a manufacturing and trade powerhouse. Slave trade was abolished in 1807, and slavery was banned in 1833. Ireland joined Great Britain to form the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, 1801. The Victorian era, 1837 to 1901, saw expansion, innovation, and social reforms. World Wars and decolonization, 1914 to 1997. Britain fought in World War I, 1914 to 1918, suffering heavy losses. Ireland gained independence in 1922, with Northern Ireland remaining part of the UK. World War II, 1939 to 1945, saw Britain fighting Nazi Germany, with Winston Churchill leading. After World War II, Britain granted independence to many former colonies, including India 1947 and African nations in the 1950s to 60s. In 1997, Hong Kong was returned to China, marking the symbolic end of the British Empire. Modern UK, 1997 present. Devolution. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland gained their own parliaments and governments. The UK joined the European Union, EU, in 1973 and later voted to leave in Brexit 2016 referendum. Immigration increased diversity, leading to a multicultural UK. King Charles III became monarch in 2022 after Queen Elizabeth II's passing. Ethnic diversity in the UK. The UK has been home to various ethnic groups due to its colonial past, immigration policies, and economic opportunities. Here's a breakdown of the major ethnic groups. White, 83%. White British, 76.8%. The largest group, descendants of Anglo-Saxons, Celts, and Normans. White Irish, 1%, mainly from Ireland, contributing significantly to UK culture. Other white, 5.2%. includes Europeans, Poles, Italians, Germans, etc. Asian British, 8.6%, Indian, 0.9%. Many came after India's independence, 1947, and from Uganda, 1970s. Pakistani, 2.2%, a significant community, especially in cities like Birmingham and Manchester. Bangladeshi, 0.7%, after Bangladesh's independence, 1971. Chinese, 0.7%, a long-standing community, mainly in London and Manchester. Black British, 4%. African, 2.4%, from Nigeria, Ghana, and Somalia with post-1960s migration. Caribbean, arrived during the Windrush generation, 1948 to 1971. Mixed multiple ethnic groups, 2.2%, the fastest growing category, reflecting increasing multicultural families. Other ethnic groups, 2%, includes Arabs, Jewish communities, and Romani groups. The British Empire's colonization and decolonization. The UK once controlled vast territories across Africa, Asia, the Americas, and Oceania. How long did the UK control other countries? India, 1757 to 1947, nearly 200 years under British rule before independence. Africa, 19th, 20th centuries. British rule lasted from around 1880s to the 1960s. Caribbean, 17th to 20th centuries, controlled for over 300 years before decolonization. Hong Kong, 1842 to 1997, ruled for 155 years before returning to China. Why did the UK release its colonies? World War II weakened the UK. The war drained economic resources, making empire maintenance difficult. Colonial resistance. Independence movements in India, Africa, and the Middle East grew stronger. International pressure. The UN and US pressured Britain to decolonize. UK population 2024 estimate, total population around 68 million, largest cities, London 9 million, Birmingham 1.1 million, Manchester 600,000, diverse communities. The UK is now one of the most multicultural countries in Europe. Conclusion. The UK has a long and complex history, from ancient settlements to the world's most powerful empire, and now a multicultural democracy. Its ethnic diversity reflects its imperial past and global influence, making it a unique and dynamic nation today. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment to support us. Your support motivates us to create even better content for you. See you in the next video.